Hi, and thanks for watching. Just to let you know, the instructions on this video is for both a 380 portawheel, which is a 380 watt model, as well as the 680 turbo or 680 watt model. This video will demonstrate some key points when you set up your new portawheel, and the first is to make sure that your brakes are on when hitching up and reversing. So here I just want to show you the controls quickly, and so you will see on the left hand side you have the forward reverse switch, the low, high and medium speed switch, and then the turbo or overdrive switch at the bottom. On the right hand side we have the twist throttle like that of a motorbike, the throttle power indicator and the on-off switch at the bottom. So when you've engaged your wheelchair brakes, set your controls into reverse at the lowest speed and you'll hear the reverse beep sound come on, and then whilst pushing the handlebar forwards, open the throttle gently so the drive unit can assist in lifting the wheelchair front casters and locking the hitch bar onto the tow bar. Don't be alarmed, as you will not fall over backwards. Remember to pull the brake lever of the portawheel in sharply and keep it engaged to make it easier to screw the safety bolt in. Remember that once it's hooked up, you can actually let go of the brake, but holding the brake in just relieves the tension to make it easier. Disengaging is very easy, and you simply follow the steps in reverse. Engage the wheelchair brakes again and reverse for an inch or two just to relieve the tension on the tow hitch, and then remove the safety bolt by twirling it anti-clockwise. While keeping the portawheel brakes engaged, just lift the unlock lever and then you can let go of the brakes. Set it to forward then and use the throttle to move it forward and out of the way. The portawheel is also ultra portable, so once disengaged you can remove the handlebar locking bolts to fold it, and as you can see in these videos, it weighs only 12 kilograms or 26 pounds without the battery, and just under 15 kilograms or 33 pounds with the battery. These are flight-friendly Panasonic lithium-ion batteries, and therefore you can take this on the plane with you. You can also see that the handlebar angle is adjustable, so you can adjust it to be closer or further away from you, depending on your preference. As mentioned before, it attaches to almost any wheelchair out there, and here you can see it attached to a reclining wheelchair, which is essential for some riders. Here you will see the portawheel stand doubles as a convenient footrest, and this is sufficient for most users. You only have to fit your wheelchair's own footrest if it is absolutely essential. Once again, you can see that the portawheel turns your wheelchair into the most flexible and powerful mobility aid on the market today. Here you can see how important it is to adjust the angle of the tow bar so you have enough clearance on the casters to cross over steep driveways, gutters and other obstacles without catching the ground. This is normally achieved by adjusting the tow bar sticking out from your wheelchair to point down as low as possible towards the ground, whilst adjusting the tow hitch sticking out from the portawheel drive unit to be horizontal or even facing downwards by 3 to 5 degrees. You can also adjust the height of the portawheel stand to make sure that the tow hook slot lines up perfectly with the lowest bolt on the tow bar. Also remember that when you want to fold up your manual wheelchair, all you need to do is remove the tow hook crossbar by simply undoing the two safety bolts keeping the crossbar locked into the frame clamps. Just leave the frame clamps attached to your wheelchair and fold it up, and it will not interfere with the folding mechanism at all. Once practiced, this literally takes less than a minute. Furthermore, make sure all these bolts and clamps are tightened properly for safety's sake, as well as to ensure that you don't have too much flex on the tow bar. Also make sure that the tow bar points downwards enough so you can achieve enough clearance on your wheelchair front casters. The portawheel stand can also be adjusted to make sure your tow bar and tow hook line up perfectly. If you study this picture properly, this is more or less the height that you should achieve on the front casters when hitched up. Here you can see the little black plug, which is the European Safety Standard speed governor, and this should only be unplugged once you are completely comfortable with taking the responsibility of engaging turbo speed, which would literally double the speed of your unit. This arrow points towards the battery lock, and remember your unit will not operate without this key being switched to the on position. To remove the battery, simply turn the key to unlock it, and you'll have to do this when you take it on an aeroplane. Lastly, even though your portawheel comes with very powerful disc brakes, it's essential that you keep these adjusted at the right tension for the sake of safety.